Coach, another overtime game, but this time you come out on the better end of it. What do you like? What could you say about your effort from your group tonight?
I mean, the defense in the second half was incredible. We felt, when we were doing the things in the first half that we talked about, we were good, and then we just got lazy and sloppy in some of the coverages at times. And E.T. and his crew did a great job of tightening that up at halftime. And we came out with, really on point there, and that was the key, and then the rebounding. We rebounded well, on both ends of the floor. So,
just offensively, how the 3-point shooting was going. What was it like to see D'Lo start hitting those shots and help you guys come back from that deficit?
Yeah, I mean, he's been on an incredible tear all throughout, January, and looks like February is going to, start off in the right way for him. But it was the ball movement. We got static in the third quarter. They were really loading up the Ant, and we didn't really do a very good job of kind of using that against them. But that unit that started the fourth there just moved the ball. We had a lot of open shots. We had 53s. In November we were struggling to get up half that many. As a team, but the ball movement found the great shots, and we missed a lot of really good ones too, so but yeah.
Chris, what can you say about Naz and what he gave you in terms of, it looked like he was battling through some pain, and just what you saw from him stepping in for Rudy tonight?
Yeah, it was awesome. Both ends of the floor, I thought it was really good. He stayed in the game when he got a little bit of foul trouble, mentally. We kind of just let him play through it. We knew how important he was going to be for us tonight. He turned down shots early. We missed early, and then he started turning down shots in the first half, and we told him at halftime you got to shoot those. And then, he made a few there at big moments, and had a couple great looks, and then obviously the rebound to seal it. Just a lot of little plays by Naz. Really, really pleased with him.
His skill as a ball handler, being able to go at Draymond the way that he did, it doesn't seem like there's many bigs that have that in their package.
Yeah, I think, it's always been a kind of a thing with against them. If you have guys who are skilled and can go at them inside, you can get some buckets there. He did a really good job of eating up the space and playing off of it.
And then Austin was a plus 15.
Yeah.
Did you just, what he did against Steph, did his experience,
Yeah, just, both sides of the ball, too, getting to the paint, making shots, of course, just good defense. He's got so much experience playing against those guys, for being in Houston, being in Denver, being at the Clippers. He knows exactly what those guys are about and how to stay locked in on every moment of every possession. That's the key.
What is he able to do that maybe others struggle with at taking away Steph's oxygen beyond the arc?
Well, you got to get into his space. That's the first thing. Even if he's going to beat you once in a while, you got to make him work. And he's, the key with guarding Steph is having a high motor and being able to chase and chase and chase, and then being able to kind of cut down his space when he's in front of you. He's going to make some tough threes. He's an incredible player. But those are threes you can live with, It's when all hell breaks loose, when you kind of overreact to Steph sometimes, and he's got the composure to kind of not do that. And I think that's key.
Did it seem like in overtime a flip kind of switched for Ant to go back into attack mode?
Yeah, I think, I think we needed it. I thought he was settling a lot. He saw a wall of guys. Could have baited that to some shots. I think early on we did it. That dried up. But it was good to see him, obviously get to the paint, and even the late kick out to Naz for the left corner three. It was the right play. He made the right play down the stretch, which is what we've been preaching to him.
Also, when he sees those doubles so often, up on the perimeter, you want him to get off of that. So he kind of made the quote-unquote wrong play in that situation when Wiggins came up to double and he attacked there. But is that just kind of the ability he has to take over a moment there? Yeah,
I thought, they doubled, but he was able to get around the edge, so the left edge of two defenders. So basically he's got him behind him. So, but yeah, when they're going to trap him and, we want to put Kyle up there next to him, so when the ball comes out, it goes to Kyle, and that's a really good decision maker for us. So when they're trapping, you try to go and leave yourself as much time on the clock to make another play or a play after that. So
I know you mentioned the rebounding already, but is it just that the fight level is just up, that their ability to kind of pull down those defensive rebounds?
Sure. We definitely fought. I think positionally we were not all over the place. Guys, the Smalls came back in and competed. This is not a big team. They don't have a bunch of bigs that shove you around in the same way like other teams do, so that kind of levels the playing field for us. But the fight was definitely there.
It seems like between Kyle and Jaden, you have a really unique pair of defensive forwards who can really follow the scheme, but also seem to be able to freelance off the scheme and make really good decisions.
Yeah.
Have they grown together that way? They're also pretty good separate.
Yeah, for sure. They're always communicating amongst each other about it. Austin's in there too. I learned just like with very good offensive players, like very good defensive players, you got to give them a freedom to be able to guard how they feel most comfortable in certain situations. Scheme or system or fundamentals might not always be the best thing. Because they got to guard these guys, not me, So you got to give them the freedom, and those guys will do a good job of we're not a heavy switch team, but we'll let those guys switch it out and that kind of stuff. So.
And